President Donald Trump finished his first week in office, which came along with a set of sweeping changes to the federal government.
The annual swirl dance for high school students is coming up in February.
And for our interview segment, we learn more about the close-up trip for high school students to Washington, D.C. in the spring.
All this and more on Pegasi News Network. Good morning, I'm Tanya Patel.
And I am Krishna Mano. Our first news story today is covering the actions and executive orders of President Donald Trump that he made in his first week in office.
Joining us now with more information on this is our global national correspondents, Sam and Alex.
President Trump has started to sign immense amounts of executive orders, and we're here to cover a few. You want to kick us off?
They've signed so many executive orders that they've started contracting members of the public to help them sign them.
Well, let's do our job then.
Right. First, America First Policy Directive to Secretary of State.
Done. Reevaluating and realigning U.S. foreign aid.
Unleashing Alaska's extraordinary resource potential.
Done. Renaming the National Bank Bank of the Nation.
Banning donkeys.
Correct. No more soy milk in U.S. stores.
The 434th Protected National Park will be Uncle Randy's basement.
Done. Anyone seen at Frosty Boy during the winter will be arrested.
Mexican restaurants and Canadian restaurants will now be known as American.
Perfect. The necessary points for the IB diploma have been dropped to only 12.
The 2025 National Poet Laureate will be given to infinite monkeys on infinite typewriters for writing the collected works of Shakespeare. All assignments due Friday will be due Monday.
Perfect. That's great. We will ban TikTok once again.
Bob Dylan becomes the first person to win 2 Presidential Medals of Freedom. They cancel each other out. Bob Dylan becomes the first person to win 3 Presidential Medals of Freedom, and Timothy Chalamet will be there to accept the award.
A very important one.
Now obligated to check for legs in a public bathroom before you knock on the stall. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth will be replaced with Senor Martinez.
Perfect.
One more executive order. Next year, your vote actually counts. No. Thanks for listening. Maybe we'll be back with more executive.
Maybe.
Thank you, Sam and Alex. Moving on, the Swirl Dance, hosted by the Sophomore Student Council, is coming around the corner next month.
Joining us now with more information on this is our student interest correspondents, Leah and Olivia.
Thanks, Tanya. I'm Leah Lynn.
And I'm Olivia Varney.
Swirl City's Winter Formal is Friday, February 21st from 7 to 10 p.m. at the Watermark Country Club, and the theme is Night Under the Lanterns.
Ticket sales will start next week. Tickets are $25 each and will be on sale during both A and B lunches from February 5th to February 17th. No tickets will be sold at the door.
Ticket sales will be capped at 450 attendees, so sales will end February 17th or once this number is reached. Tickets will not be refunded after February 17th.
If you're bringing a guest, they must be pre-approved by February 17th. Guest forms are available in the main office, and each student may bring one guest and must check in with the guest at the dance.
Hope to see you there.
Thank you, Leah and Olivia, but we're at that time of the show again. It's time for the rundown.
As always, we'll have 1 minute to report as many stories as possible.
60 seconds on the clock, and go.
After weeks of the wildfires raging in Southern California, right by Los Angeles, the region received some heavy rainfall earlier this week, causing the risk for potential mudslides in the region.
On Monday, many tech companies on the stock market crashed due to the new Chinese startup AI company called DeepSeek. Although originally used for finances, the competitor to OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT, can now be used for all purposes, and took American companies by surprise because of their fast processing speed.
After being authorized by President Trump, Homeland Security and Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers have started raid operations in major cities like New York and Chicago to deport legal immigrants who are staying in the U.S.
After googly eyes started appearing on public art throughout the city of Bend in Oregon in the past month, the person behind it, who is now known as the Googly Eye Bandit, was an unknown identity. That is, until this week when he came out with his true identity.
5 months after the 2024 Paris Olympics closed, over 100 athletes have been asked for their crumbling medals to be replaced. The medals were designed by the French jewelry maker LVMH, known for their brands like Louis Vuitton and Dior. And now, let's enter the world of sports in our next segment, the Sports Report with Sam and Ari Ostro.
Welcome back to the Sports Report with the Ostro brothers. I'm Ari.
I'm Sam, and it's been a wild week of sports.
Yeah, or wild 2 weeks thanks to our snow days. Let's talk about the unfortunate loss of the Detroit Lions to the Washington Commanders, and then the Commanders lost to the Eagles in the NFC Championship. Don't worry, we'll get them next year, but this was our year, and unfortunately it came to an end 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, the Lions lost to the Commanders, and what really was stunning to a lot of Detroit fans. This resulted in the Commanders making the the conference championship, where they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. On the other side, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Buffalo Bills in once again an exciting, thrilling game that came down to the final couple minutes, in which the Chiefs ran away with it again. So we've got a Chiefs-Eagles rematch of a pretty recent Super Bowl.
Yeah, only 2 years ago, where the Chiefs and Eagles in the Super Bowl against each other, and the Chiefs won that one, and they won last year against the 49ers, and
We'll see if
they won a three-peat.
Yeah, the first time ever it could happen.
Yeah.
Looking at the Lions' coaching changes, both offensive and defensive coordinators, Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, left for head coaching jobs at other teams, resulting in a couple of recent promotions in the Lions organization.
Yeah.
But if we flip our focus to the hockey side, the Wings are playing pretty well right now.
I mean, after that mid-season coaching change a few weeks ago, the Red Wings have been better than they have been all year, all last year, 2 years ago. And yeah, they're doing really, really good.
They're actually only 2 points outside of the final wild card spot in the NHL playoffs.
Yeah.
On the Eastern Division side, Eastern Conference side. A recent call-up, Dominic Shine, the coaches said he really put a spark in the team in the last game after they won 5-2 against the LA Kings. It was a great game. Red Wings ran away with it after being down 2-0.
Yeah.
So we've got a bunch of great sports updates, but as always, please send us recommendations to put on here, either your sports or something you're interested in.
Yes,
and
please. We really need those.
we do.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
My name is Elliot Redwine.
And I'm Heidi Shu, and this is The Student Voice.
Today we're going to be asking you guys about your secret talents.
I'm here with Fabiola. What is your secret talent? I can do tongue tricks.
I'm here with Olivia and Kaya. And what are your guys' secret talents?
Couples yoga.
Yeah.
I'm here with Nate. What's your secret talent?
I can do cartwheels.
Want to show us?
Sure.
Beck. And what's your secret talent?
I can freestyle rap, I guess. I'm on this PNN show. Next thing I know, I'm on the news.
All right, so who are we here with today, and what classes or class do you teach?
We are here with the Mr. Skur, and currently I am only teaching 11th grade English.
All right, so Mr. Skur, I heard that you and Miss Mapes are leading the close-up trip this year, right?
That is correct.
So what does the close-up trip really look like?
So we leave on a Sunday and we come back on a Friday, so you miss a full week of school, which is both good and bad, I suppose, but we fly down to Washington, D.C., and you spend a week exploring the city and engaging with people from around the country, places like New York and South Dakota and Arizona and any other place, sometimes even Puerto Rico. It's a very busy week. It is not relaxing, and people are exhausted often by the end of the first day, but people want to go back. It's been a very positive experience for almost everyone.
That's really cool. When is the meeting day for City this year?
We are going to meet Wednesday after school, February 5. So next week, Wednesday. Exact location yet to be determined. Shouldn't be too long, but if you have questions about money or more specifically what's going to happen and when, we can talk about those things then.
And who do you think should go on the trip?
So there have been people who went on the trip who are very shy and quiet, and for them it has been just an amazing experience. I had one student send me a text at the end of the week saying, "This is the most social that I have ever been." And so quiet students can go. People who love engaging in discussions and debates and talking politics absolutely should go consider going. But anybody, anywhere in between those, you should go. Certainly if you have the money for it. Anybody who has the money can go along, but if you don't have the money for it, like I wouldn't, there will be assistance available. We don't know how much that will be until we know how many people are going, and so you should express interest and let money kind of sort itself out if that's an issue.
And last question, what is your favorite place to visit on the close-up trip?
There have been so many cool things that I've seen, and I've gone 3 times, and I'm wanting to go back a 4th. I think the coolest moment that I had, though, was standing where Martin Luther King Jr. gave his I Have a Dream speech. They have kind of chiseled into the exact spot where he stood, and to just stand in that moment was a surprisingly emotional moment.
All right, thank you, Mr. Skur.
Thank
Hey Madison, guess what?
What is it, Fabiola?
It's Black History Month, and we have so many more exciting events this year.
I know, right? I'm really excited for the movie night, which will be on February 13th right after school.
Ooh, you know what I'm excited for?
What?
I'm excited for Black
History Trivia Time!
Well, we'll have Black History Month facts at the start of every day. I'm also excited for our co-advisory lesson at the end of the month.
And isn't March 6th the day of the assembly and the cookout after school?
It is!
It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh, I'm excited for our annual Spirit Week, March 3rd through the 7th, and the new bulletin boards and library displays that will be up.
Ooh, they could look real good. And this year we'll have merch for our themed family reunion. We're gonna be wearing it at the end of the week of the Spirit Week.
All right, I'm so excited to wear my shirt.
We hope to see you there!
Thank you all for joining us today for the PNN.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram for updates, discussions, and community engagement at Pegasi News Network.
We'll see you all next week at the same time on the same projector. But until then, smile every chance you get.